The United Nations Children's Fund (UNICEF) says nearly two-thirds of all Ukrainian children have fled their homes in the 6 weeks since Russia's invasion of the country. The United Nations has also confirmed the death of about 142 youngsters, although they have warned the actual number is almost certainly much higher. Manuel Fontaine, UNICEF's Emergency Programs Director, who came back from Ukraine recently, said having 4.8 million of Ukraine's 7.5 million children displaced in a short period of time is something he had not seen happen so quickly in 31 years of humanitarian efforts.
I actually just returned from a mission to Ukraine, and I must say in my 31 years as a humanitarian, I've rarely seen so much damage caused in so little time. Friday's attack on Kramatorsk train station was particularly horrifying. The station has been a critical route for thousands of families fleeing Donetsk Oblast, an area that has seen some of the war's worst violence and destruction. When the station was attacked, it was filled with families desperate to escape the mounting violence. I note the tragic irony that our teams were actually offloading life-saving humanitarian supplies only a kilometer away when so many lives were taken away by this needless act of violence. The attack on Kramatorsk station is unconscionable, and yet it is just one of many instances in this war where we have seen a blatant disregard for civilian lives and international humanitarian law.
The UNICEF Emergency Program Director cautioned that the situation was probably worse in cities like Mariupol and Kherson, where there was no water and sanitary services and the supply of food and medicine had been disrupted.
Although still unconscious, Vlad is expected to live, unlike so many others. All the systems that help children survive are also under attack. Hostilities have damaged or destroyed hundreds of residential houses. Attacks on hospital, healthcare facilities, and medical equipment, and the killing and injuring of healthcare professionals are making it even harder for people to access emergency care, basic healthcare, and medicine. Hundreds of schools and educational facilities have been attacked or used for military purposes. Others are serving as shelters for civilians. Nationwide school closures are impacting the learning and the future of 5.7 million school-aged children and 1.5 million students in higher education. In the Donbas region, a whole generation of children have already seen their lives and education upended during the past 8 years of conflict. We applaud the effort of the authorities to ensure continuity of education. However, this can only be a temporary solution. Lessons from the pandemic show that the importance of children learning in a school with their peers and teachers.
In the meantime, UNICEF says it is increasing the number of mobile child protection teams working inside acute conflict zones from 22 to 50 and has delivered 63 trucks of life-saving supplies to support the needs of over 2.2 million people in Ukraine. In Ukraine, UNICEF has delivered medical supplies to 49 hospitals in 9 regions, including Kyiv, the capital city, Kharkiv, Dnipro, and Lviv, improving access to healthcare for 400,000 mothers, newborns, and children. Kamil Sadiq, CBA TV.